just ate a burger at 10 a.m. So that's how my day's going. Hello, my book friends. Today we are going to be doing our June wrap up. What I read in June. I'll be honest, the list is pretty small because I didn't really start reading until June 20th. I was in like a month and a half of a book slump. So let's just talk about these books. I thought they were pretty good. There was like one or two slight misses, but then two pretty great ones. So let's get into it. All right, first book I read was Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I like the author's writing style. That really got me through the book, I will say that. But other than that, I did a whole like vlog on this one. I gave it a 3-star. In that vlog, I go in depth of what I thought could have been better and what I liked about it. But overall, it follows two characters that had a special day 10 years ago, and then they meet in a present day timeline again. Yeah, overall, the storyline fell a little flat for me on the past timeline. Yeah. Honestly, you could have read just the present day timeline and I think it would have been a good book. And I liked that progression of the relationship a little better than the past timeline. But, you know, if you need like a summer read and you like this author's writing, which I did, definitely check it out. You know, sit by the pool and relax and enjoy it. Then I read Housemaid by Frida McFadden. This book had me turning pages. I read it in a day. I was like on a page and then I would skim the next page, which I hate doing that. But you just know that when I do that, I'm like very into the book. I gave it a 4.5. I kind of guessed one of the ending plots midway through. I kind of suspected, oh, maybe it's this. But then there's another little subplot, I guess, to it at the end that I didn't expect. But this is about a woman that decides to become a nanny for this couple, this family. And she's like a live-in nanny. She lives up in the attic where the lock of the door only locks from the outside. Suspicious right away. So it follows that whole storyline, and yeah, it just kept me turning the pages. I highly recommend this book. If I didn't say, I did rate it a 4.5 just because I kind of guessed the ending, but I love this author's writing. It kept me so engaged and I really appreciate that. And it definitely was like a step up from Meet Me at the Lake. So definitely check this book out. All right, then I dove into the Naturals book, part of the 4-part series. Definitely recommend this. It is YA. It's basically Criminal Minds, and I'm obsessed with Criminal Minds. That is one of the best shows on television. And so that really got me into wanting to read it, and it delivered. It definitely delivered. It does start off a little slow, as to be expected with any sort of series, because it's like explaining what, you know, setting the stage for what's about to come, giving you like little bits of all these characters. I'm excited to dive more into them as we get further on in the series. But once you get past that little bit of like introduction, it flows really, really well. And the ending, I did not guess at all. Did not see it coming. I give this one a 4.7. Highly recommend. Okay, then the last book I read this month, I tried to read this when it first came out in 2016, and I stopped pretty soon in, and that is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Yeah, Sally Thorne. This is enemies to lovers. I have very mixed feelings about this book, okay? I liked the ending part, like the last 100 pages, I was in it. I was like, oh, I was like page turning. But the first 200, I don't know if I was a fan. There were a couple things that I didn't like about these characters. Lucy, the female lead, I mean, there were like moments where she lied a little bit, and I'm just like, I don't know. She kind of did it a few times throughout the book, and there were little lies, but I'm also like, why is she lying? I don't really get it. And then she was like fully obsessed with Will's body throughout, or no, his name's Josh. Josh, yeah, his name's Josh, throughout the story, and it was like excessive. It was like, look, my husband has really good arms, and I'm like, oh hi babe, I'm like squeezing him from time to time, but I'm not like obsessed to the point where every time I'm together with my husband, I'm saying something about his arms. And I feel like she was just obsessed with his body, like to an extent. And then she like gifted him something saying that it wasn't about his body, but then she still continued to mention it. And then at points, she was acting a little immature for what age I thought she was. But then in the end, like, she did this 180 and like went kind of weird towards his father. I don't know. It was just weird. And then I keep calling him Will, Josh's character. I didn't mind him so much. I think he had great character development. The only thing that I didn't like was the reason why he ended up starting to pursue Lucy. I didn't like that aspect. But, I don't know. I liked his character development, so I guess that was the positive take. I liked how the story ended. So there's that. Give it a whirl. Let me know if you've read this and you kind of feel the same way, or am I being too nitpicky? I don't know. I ended up giving it a 3-star because I do think the ending, the last like 100 pages, was cute, and I liked how it, closed things up a little bit. But yeah, 3-star. So that concludes the June books I read. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts. What did you think about them? Were my ratings fair? Did you rate them something else? I would love to know. My July book list TBR is pretty lengthy, so I don't know if I'm going to get to all of them, but I kind of did it for July and then August, like the books that I really want to read for that time frame. I ordered Fourth Wing back in the middle of June. I swear it was like June 15th. And I ordered it on Amazon, and they say I'm going to be getting it July 13th. So we are on July 5th right now. So a month to wait for this book. Highly anticipating. Am I right? I'm definitely curious to see if the hype is all worth it on that one. I've never read a fantasy, but I do love fantasy movies, so I'm definitely excited to dive in and see if I like it, and I'll probably do a vlog on it. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next book vlog review. We'll see. Bye guys.